just want to take your time and finish. She had a nice look at the rim.
One of those four freshmen I mentioned as bombs away for Sarah Andrews, one of the best in the biz in terms of the long ball. Place in Big 12 play. They come off the loss against TCU on Sunday. Nae Brown levitating and making as Nae Brown, the senior, the transfer from ETSU, gives UCF their first points.
One of the bright spots over the weekend was Nae Brown, 23 points out against Iowa State.
They're the top rebounding team in the conference, #1 in offensive rebounding, as well as driving to the hole is Ashola Kott. He's down the boulevard, little contact didn't matter, and just like that, UCF here with the early 4-3 advantage.
And now we're seeing the Knights throw on a 1-3-1 zone, trying to take Baylor out of their rhythm offensively.
Vonleh, one dribble and the easy score down low for the senior.
That's the one place you can't allow the basketball to go into a 1-3-1 zone. You're trying to force the ball to the corners and get perimeter shots to go up from deep. You cannot allow that ball to penetrate to the middle of the paint.
Ring trying the three, now on the run. Here's Felder, she flips it up, and cleaning it up is Vonleh as back-to-back scores there for the Oregon product.
Whenever a shot goes up from the Baylor Bears, the Knights have got to make sure they find Aronette Vonleh and get a body on her. Don't even watch the ball as it travels towards the rim. Find Vonleh and put a body on it first.
His second chance opportunities is now with the left hand, Ashola Kott. And we're trading some jabs. Andrews, she'll step into a three. Way off. And now on the push.
Been a part of the enhanced scoring role that Nae Brown has had to take on is due to the absence of Caitlin Peterson.
There's the three from Andrews. Another offensive rebound gobbled up there by Vonleh. Now with 6 of the 9 Baylor points.
It's a great job of finishing with either hand around the basket, whether it's a right hand or a left hand. Just has a soft touch on those putbacks.
Nae Brown here now with the quick reset. Working that two-woman game with Ring. Ring will put it on the deck. She gets shoved, and how about the flick there? And on the baseline as dang Ring with her first score.
Nice job of using her quickness and being a little more agile than the larger Aronette Vonleh right there from Ring, and a nice finish over the top.
There's Vonleh. And now for the first time checking in, Caitlin Peterson comes in averaging 20.5 points per game as she drives left, finishes with the right hand.
Exactly, and she's picking up where she left off from last year, where she had a big game against the Baylor Bears. So fast and explosive to the rim is Peterson.
Yeah, she had a 30-piece last year as the triple going to be called here against Ashola Kott.
Right here, that's on Aronette Vonleh.
On the Florida Gators, began her career at Mississippi State, then goes to Texas.
Great pass.
Into Florida, and another triple is fired, and this time, now Matharo, little hezzy move. Matharo is going to have her shot thrown onto the baseline as Kayala Nagodu sliding over.
And one of the better defensive possessions for the Knights today, capped off by the Nagodu block. See, she gets over in position and times up.
And Baylor would get the 3-point victory.
It's really nice right there. Great
feed. Walker gives it up to Vonleh, the easy score. Bounds.
Yeah, see right here, you get a trap in the corner. Once it gets out of there, really nice move from Walker. Get into that painted area, draw the defender, and find Vonleh.
Now into the hands of Caitlin Peterson. Back to Nagodu, driving right side, tries to kiss it up off the window. Offensive rebound is Chandler Roberts is somehow able to get her mittens on the orange.
In conference play.
Well, much like Nagodu, Adang Ring being forced into the fire early on in her career. As right on cue, how about Kayala Nagodu stepping out, showing that mid-range. As the Walker three, no, and there is Nagodu with the rebound, and now on the push, in transition, crossing up, here's Peterson, off the window, is KP jackknifing through the lane. So in comes Nae Brown. In the meantime, there's the point guard Walker thrown over to Andrews. She will try a three and get her second of the game, as Sarah Andrews is oh so deadly from deep.
Anytime Andrews can get a three-point look off uncontested, she is going to shoot a very high percentage on those shots.
5 triples against TCU. And she has played a ton of basketball at Baylor in her 5 years. Offensive rebound, Nay Brown hanging mid-flight. Can't get her return to go up and in. And now on the run, Walker past Stedman, reversal for Jada Walker. Snoozy Castagne, the Bryant transfer. She gets hedged out, gives it up. As the drop-off pass, well executed, high-low Nagodu.
Yeah, that was textbook offense on how to beat hedge defense. You drag that big out, she dragged Vonleh, hit Nagodu. Nagodu got up off it quick. So Charlotte caught underneath the rim.
Easy score for Akot. She's got 6. 3-ball corner pocket up and good for Matharo. That side of the bucket on the backboard. Now the loose change into the hands of Nay Brown, who loses it. As picking it up, Fauntleroy. She's got one woman to beat. Gives it up to Little Paige Buggs, and the score for the Bears.
You're going to a lot of times end up in foul trouble, but if you're Coach Satia Messer's squad, you got to be okay with that to some extent, because you got to battle down there. Great pass.
No-look pass inside at King Classic. There when they took on #1 ranked UCLA, a non-conference game in the middle of the season.
Right.
As Caitlin Peterson able to sashay her way around a pair of Bears.
Yeah, and it's rare you get a game like that in the, in the middle of non-conference play. Obviously, the game being played with terrific meaning behind it, but UCLA is always a tremendous challenge, especially this year with how well they have been playing.
8-point Baylor lead, and Peterson's going to say, I'll make it 6. As Caitlin Peterson now with 8 points.
And I'm not sure what Baylor's trying to do. They're forcing Paige Peterson towards the center of the floor, but the defender is not over to catch her as she drives again. Andrews knocks down a triple from deep.
All of her points tonight on 3 balls. As catch and fire, Little Paige Buggs. Really strong upper body.
Correct.
10-point Baylor advantage. As whipping a pass down to Vonleh. Now here's Fauntleroy. Fauntleroy will finger roll it up and in and count the bucket. An old January contest before February basketball gets underway. Andrews triple to start the third, not there, and then an offensive rebound. Andrews feeds to the corner. Little Paige Buggs is able to strike her first triple of the contest. And that one right in front of that Baylor bench who erupts and rejoices.
She has a sly smile on her face because she's not known for the deep triples, but when it's there, you'll take them.
Yeah, just her 6th of the season. The Knights with an answer on the opposite end is Caitlin Peterson now in double figures on the game. It's now the 12th time on the season. Is running that baseline, getting it taken away. Fauntleroy was trying to find the opposite corner. Ashola Akot with the steal. Transition for the Knights. Bears get back defensively. As the Bears shot nearly 50% in that first 20.
Great
as
deep.
Erased there by Vonleh.
Absolutely. I mean, you'll be hard-pressed to find 10 programs that are better jobs and better brands in women's college basketball. As once again, Andrews knocks down the triple. It's a good opportunity for Baylor to start to build that momentum heading into March. That Kayana Nagodu knocks down another elbow jumper. It seems like either she does or nobody does.
I was going to say, I mean, Little Paige Buggs, we talked about it to begin the broadcast, just how good of a rebounder that she is at 6'1". She's athletic.
Yep.
As down inside, it goes to Nagodu trying to battle against Vonleh, holding her ground, and now 6 on the shot clock. Here's Nay Brown. Nay Brown with the left hand as she surges to the 10.
Who wants to win a Big 12 title, right? And this, even though they're getting things back going in the right direction a bit tonight, she's still going to have some things that she's going to want to clean up with this group if they want to knock off the likes of Kansas State, TCU, Oklahoma State, all those teams up at the top of the Big 12.
Fauntleroy with the score. And to BJ's point, assistant coach Tony Green mentioning to us, that's the one thing defensively. That's something that they want to get better at here in the final 8 games of conference play. Something that he thinks they've maybe had lapses of from time to time. They know they can score the basketball.
Yep, and that's why I was going to take it, Scott. From time to time, they lose engagement defensively, and that's what leads to miscommunications, easy drives for the opposing team, right? And if you're going to be a championship-level team like they want to be, you've got to be engaged each and every possession, both offensively and defensively, communicating at a high level, talking to each other. Those are the things that championship teams do.
Count the bucket, emphatic.
We got to also acknowledge a lot of players couldn't step into that role and pick up the sort of slack that she's done, but you mentioned it, first team all-conference is another nice feed inside as soon as Jennings checks in the game to Vonleh. But Neve Brown, again, that's not easy to do when your role hasn't been to score. You have to be capable of expanding your role as she has.
Here's Caitlin Peterson, who has not scored here in this third quarter. Under 2 minutes to go. Mid-range as Nagodu, we saw her do it in the first half. That's why you got to get in those.
It's not a plush bed.
You got to get in those ice baths afterwards.
No question.
So long as she's been able to stay in an ice bath, by the way. It's here tonight as a Shoal Akot gets tied up, gets it back, gives to Brown. Triple on its way is up and good for Neve Brown. And that's one thing this coaching staff for the Knights has been stressing, BJ, is the future is the underclasswomen here for the Knights.
Yes, this team is about development, right? And continuing to get a Big 12 caliber recruit in the door. It's the most important thing for Coach Tatia Messer's squad.
Down the boulevard goes Neve Brown, an unstoppable locomotive.
She's been so good, Scott. I mean, her confidence right now, if 10 is as high as you can go, her confidence is on a 15.
Is that the definition of downhill?
Downhill with force. Again, Aaronette Vonleh just too much inside.
And Caitlin Peterson getting in on the action, little dipsy-do. There's a tough finish for the senior from Eufaula, Alabama. UCF has thoughts right now of trying to trim this to single digits. Vonleh to Little Paige Buggs, the pump fake, and then the score on the left side.
See, that's an underrated part of Vonleh's game. She is a patient and willing passer. If she doesn't have an angle around the rim, she will find a teammate like she did right there in that last possession.
And the Knights will cough it up. It's just the 7th turnover on the day for UCF. As you're the coaching staff, you gotta like that.
It's an acceptable number, absolutely.
Without question.
For a team that can be turnover prone, you'll definitely take the turnover number where it's at today.
And Knights came in averaging 18 miscues. Andrew, she's been quiet in the second half. On rebound comes out to Vonleh, play on Baylor. As driving in is Walker. Don't often see that as what looked to be the easy score, and trying to chip away here halfway through this fourth quarter. Down it comes to Vonleh, man, a broken record.
Perfect execution from the passer to the finisher. Vonleh uses her body to move her defender up the line and catch the ball right where she wants it near the rim.
22 points in 29 minutes of action here tonight for Aaronette Vonleh. And now she does it on the defensive end as erasing Nagodu.
You know,
and Connor's shooting the orange from the outside.
I mean, that's the best shooter in the Big 12, honestly. So, you know, TCU has some pieces. I can get on board with that. I can get on board with that.
Continues to just win.
And I think with Van Lith at point guard, she can really control the show. When they get in those close games, she might be the difference maker.
How about the shot by Caitlin Peterson falling back? Little bunny there down in the short corner. And a whistle against UCF here with 24 seconds remaining in the game.
Arms just come down a little bit too much right there from Bella Fauntleroy. And this team moving into February. You hope that they can get this young lady back, all the talent she has, Emily Rodriguez, and her ability.
Over the weekend against the Cincinnati Bearcats, and then a not too distant trip for Nikki Collins' Baylor Bears, who are trying, BJ, to get back into the top 25.
Yeah.
And it's following a pair of losses. They came out, though, against two top 10 teams, as they were in the top 25 prior to the UCLA game, as Nae Brown turnaround shot, adding to what has been a solid offensive performance here tonight.
Again, she's continued to be sensitive.
Perfect from the free throw line. And then tightrope in, there was Jada Walker, and she'll walk it out, and the Baylor Bears will pick up their 7th conference victory of the season. They'll snap their 2-game slide, and